Welcome back. This is part 9 of Let's Play Persona 5. Last time we got to the Velvet Room, we unlocked Persona Fusion and all that good stuff. This time we're going to explore a little bit more of that and hopefully start this dungeon. Okay, so I pressed A by accident, or X by accident. I started up talking with these people. But basically she's just telling you that we have a discount on summoning personas. So when you register personas throughout the game, they cost money. But as you fill their compendium or the registry, you end up getting discounts. So now we can register any of the personas that I got from my last playthrough at a cheaper cost. That said, there's only one that I really think I'm going to consider using, just kind of as a failsafe. Not oh my god, what was his name? I know his name. It's Gary Makala. He's not that high level though. Do I have him in here? I hope I do. Otherwise, I'll just pick a different persona. But I want to get someone who I can just make sure I don't, die with. Yeah, I don't think I have him. Let's see. Actually, let's check.
This persona?
All right, we can pick out. I'll go with Keen Key because he has strength on physical attacks, and that's the only thing I really want to, keep in mind. I don't want to, I don't want to be dying like one shot or anything like that. So I'll keep him as kind of like a backup, but probably won't use him too much. But he's just a like I said, failsafe. Okay. But as far as fusion persona, fusion. Yeah, I don't think we can't do anything. I can make slime, but I don't want that. But essentially, we have guillotine, we have compendium, and I think that's all we have for now. So we'll learn. Actually, I'm not done here. Let me talk to you two. You can actually talk if you go over there.
It's me.
Okay, nothing else here, so we'll just leave.
No slacking off.
And now we can hop into this first palace.
Something wrong? You were just standing around all of a sudden.
Why are you spacing out like that? It's kind of hard to tell what you're thinking sometimes.
Yeah,
let's just say he's a man of high caliber. We're counting on you,
So I'm assuming,
Joker.
I don't think they mentioned that in the last game, like Persona 4. But when you go into the Velvet Room, I guess that's what happened. You just look like you're standing outside, just standing there.
Hey.
Head to the safe room.
Let's go.
Okay, so quick travel works in dungeons as well. It works with safe rooms, and I guess some of like the story relevant rooms. Thieves Guild, no, we're not doing any of that stuff. I've never even used that before. Is this it? Is this the one? I think this is the one. It's such a good song. I'm sorry, such a good song. I do like this concept though, how it turns from classroom into, castle room. Alrighty, and we're just gonna head on out. So let's get started. First dungeon proper. Okay, bro, you're just gonna start up right now.
Show me your true form.
I think we got the ambush. Did we get the ambush? Yes. So the way that their line of sight works, it doesn't necessarily. It's basically computer. It's not like they have this great range of vision. So even if they are facing you at times, if they had just turned around, you can kind of sneak in there and get that ambush. So that's pretty useful. So that said, once again, regarding the personas, the battles are kind of easy right now because I equipped the higher level. What you talking? So the stronger weapons. So in that oh wow, what is this? Third eye. Okay, I'll show this off. In that regard, or to that end, I should say, the turn around. The battles, I might go back to the older weapons just so that I can capture some personas. Because if I one-shot everything, I can't exactly capture personas. Let's see, these guys are weak to guns. Alright, let's do this. And we will talk. Lend me your power. Actually spoken for. Okay, cool. Shut up. What? Oh, okay. That's cool. Alright, so that's this is gonna be so janky. I should have done a full new game. But let me see. Alright, so what An did there, she basically has this like sweet talk or girl talk, whatever it's called. It's an ability you get later on when you max out the when you're working on the confidant. It allows you, if you fail
Pull back
on
for now.
capturing a persona through speech, it gives you another chance. And all the characters get that. I'm pretty sure everyone that I have that will get more or less is I've unlocked that for. So it's, again, another failsafe so that this goes smoothly. But if you press L1, you can see things glowing, and so those glowing things are items that can have, or objects that have items in them. Just press A, you can get them. These are all like loot, you don't have to worry about saving them or using them for any special purpose. You can trade them in at that store that we went to, the gun shops. Okay, we have a run button now. Okay, cool. Let's do this. The other thing is, I don't think my magic stat should be. Let me see.
I don't
What
see
are
a
they?
weak spot.
Nothing. Can we?
I don't know their weakness.
Let's go.
Let's
We
try.
gotta try everything.
Oh wow, it does affect the magic stat. I wasn't too sure if the magic was affected by the enemies. Okay.
One enemy remaining.
Okay, well, we'll see. Like, I'm gonna do a lot of the grinding off stage or off screen because there's no real reason to
Nice work,
fight a
team.
bunch of battles on screen. That's just kind of pointless. But it's kind of like a Pokemon Let's Play where you're gonna have battles. They don't take that long.
Okay.
And
Huh?
if you just cut them all out, the dungeon would be super quick.
I'll
that.
reveal your true form.
What do we got? Pixie and Horse Guy. You're dead.
Ooh, very nice.
Oh, you know what it is? Wait, what?
One's weak to electricity.
I want to see. You're down too. Dang, son. OP. All right, I'm about to switch. I'm about to switch. It's a little too jank. It's a little too jank.
Okay.
Let's see, persona equipment. Alright, I'm gonna leave the good weapons on, but I won't. Let's go down here. I mean, I'll leave the good equipment on, but not the other stuff. Let's try these. Like 140. Let's go down that low. See what happens. Whip sword. Any good effects? Let's try this. All right. I think there's something here. Yes. The other thing is, because some of these dungeons are like story based, or these dungeons are all story based, a lot of the rooms, sometimes you'll have like little cutscenes that might play in the rooms, or you know, the characters just talk to each other throughout
I can feel it.
the stage. So it's kind of nice because it keeps you very engaged, I guess, in a way, because it's not like you're just going through a randomly generated dungeon. These dungeons are the same every time you go through them.
Listen up.
Alright, so this is the cover mechanic,
Let's carry out our plan.
and it's pretty self-explanatory. You press X when you see the button, and depending on which way you're facing, well, right now you can't do it, but depending on which way you're facing, you can either choose cover in different places, you can attack, or you can go around corners and like that. So it's pretty useful. It's a cool mechanic.
First move is ours.
Let's see how bad this is. Oh, you missed. Alright, cool. This is already looking better. Alright, that's better. That's a little bit more. You know, later down the line, I might just use the better weapons just because they, like, the battles will take longer. Obviously, you know, it's a catch-22 on one hand, because I don't want to cut out battles. That's going to take forever. And if I cut out battles, I probably want to post commentary just so I don't have to worry about syncing up the audio after every single
One enemy remaining.
battle. It just takes a little long. But you know, depending on like where we are in the dungeon, I might, you know, start off by using weak weapons and then boost them up in like the second half, just so we don't have to keep seeing the same enemies over and over again. So,
Nice work, team.
but let's see, what was I gonna say? Something you saw in that battle. I'll go into it more and they'll explain it later. It's the technical and like status effects. So certain, I'm not sure of all the combinations,
Okay,
but
we're done.
it looks so clean.
Let's
Look
go.
how glossy and shiny. That's nice. I like that effect. Alright, and here's what I was saying. You can go around corners. Go up there.
Show
Thank
me
you.
your true form.
So when you infect one of these enemies with a spell, like with whatever kind of, whether it's burn, sleep, rage, certain follow-up moves will do more damage based on, you know, what they're infected with. So I think we burned, or we shocked the enemy. So in that situation, if you follow up with like a physical attack, you get like a technical bonus, and then you,
Serves you
Nice
right.
going,
what,
Skull.
I'm struggling to explain this. You basically just get more damage. Certain ones, I guess, do more than others, or others do whatever. But generally speaking, after you hit the person, with the status effect, they won't have that status effect anymore. So if they're like confused or something, you hit them with whatever technical attack, they won't have that status. Generally speaking, there's a bunch of combinations you can look them up, but it's there.
Right.
I don't find them too useful, even for like bosses and stuff, because usually bosses they're not really susceptible to that kind of stuff. So, alright, what do we got here? Oh, we got some Catherine gimmicks. No, it's just like the sheep from Catherine on the doors.
Suspicious.
Alright, so that's where we want to go.
I can see it.
And obviously, you can use your thieves' intuition. You can follow the path around. I don't think it really does anything other than tell you that you have to pull this lever and then pull the other lever. I don't know what happens if you pull the wrong levers, but kind of cool.
Whoa!
It would be so dope if they licensed like the Legend of Zelda sound. You got a thing sound. Alright, so we have a map. It tells you where you're going, obviously, and it outlines all the places you haven't been in red. So that's kind of useful. I like that quite a bit. And yeah, I don't really use the big map too often unless I'm switching between floors. I just find it easier to orient myself. Also, shadow colors. So this fella, he's glowing yellow. That means he's like a medium strength shadow. If they're glowing blue, they're easier, and you're probably just gonna do a one-shot on. But if they're glowing yellow, it's more like an even match. If they're glowing red, they're either special. What are they called? They're not called shadows. There we go. I keep calling personas. They're either special shadows or special enemies, or they're just a little bit tougher. Might not have as many weaknesses, things like that. So be on the lookout. You can use that anytime if you're leading up to an attack. So it's pretty useful. I already have this guy, so we're gonna rush. I'm not sure it's off before. The rush mode, it lets you just kind of skip through attacks. Again, built-in fast forward, always a bonus. But what else is new? I think it's been a couple days since I recorded the last episode of this. I think I mentioned this in one of the Smash Brothers parts that I'm gonna upload. But I'm kind of excited, but I'm also not excited for Spider-Man. It's announced that we have DLC. But it's like DLC that they hint to in the story, so I'm not really sure if that's like, is that good DLC? I mean, why not just put it in the story? It's just weird. I mean, I don't know. But it should be a good game, I'm not gonna lie.
I can feel it.
But that said, I may or may not wait for a price drop, just because the DLC is, oh god, so this is what happens when you pause that Spider-Man combo for a second. Surrounded by enemies. Okay, if it takes you by surprise, you get surrounded, you're at a disadvantage. And you can't escape, so it's a bit of a problem, but we have pretty good defenses right now because I put the good on, so we'll just rush. There we go, easy enough. In those situations, a lot of times you want to use some of the attack all spells, especially if they're all the same shadow with all the same weakness, because that will turn it around. You'll get them on the run. Which way? I came from here, so we're going over here. It's kind of like that first part of the. What was that sound? It sounded like a cell phone or something.
I can feel it.
Down, thank you. Alright, let's see. Do I want to go back up? What's up here?
I can feel it.
Is there something worthwhile?
I have something.
Oh wait, why would you go that way?
I can see it.
Okay, I do that because I want to just check to make sure I'm not missing a treasure. Then again, none of the treasures in the game. Oh, here we go. Are that difficult? So this is what your lockpicks are for. Not all treasures are like this. Most treasures are like this. But those treasures are generally better. And let's get this thing over here. Those treasures are generally better, and you might want to keep a couple lockpicks. I want to say like every dungeon has like 3 or 4. They don't have too many. To the point where you're really struggling, but it's always good to keep on hand. Like I said, once you get the eternal lockpick, it's really useful. So I'll try to make that early, so I don't have to keep making lockpicks. But there's actually another way that we'll get into a little bit later on how you can make items that saves you a lot of time. So okay.
Listen up.
Yeah, so strength of the enemy, red levels are higher, where red enemies are higher, yellow ones are about the same, and blue are lower. So keep that in mind. He's a strong one.
I have something.
You can't get there though, so you have to go around. So I don't know. I mean, it makes sense, but
Hey, I see a shadow.
I'll reveal your
Yeah.
true form.
all right, let's see how this goes. Anybody new? Anybody new I can get? I don't even think there's many personas that I want to take in this zone, this area.
Ooh, very
He
nice.
might be weak actually to
Not finish you.
wind. No, he's not. Is it burn? Oh, he's. We already have it.
Captain!
Did it, Skull?
The other thing is, I don't think SP Saver, it doesn't work when you get a one more. It's only at the start of your turn. So that can be kind of difficult to deal with. Oh, that's right. So here's another thing. You saw how the last two shadows I tried to capture. They gave me items even when I asked them to lend me their power. Usually you get this bargaining, this negotiation where you have to try to get the right answers to get the persona. But when you're higher level than the persona,
Alright.
you can just basically capture them and be like, oh wait, I remember, I'm your friend, like I wanna help you, basically because they don't want to die. So when that happens, it's pretty easy. When you're about the same or you're not high enough level to capture them, they will be like, oh, we can't, you're not worthy of anything. So they'll give me an item, or they might just leave and run off. But as you get better, as you get stronger, it's easier to capture personas. Go out here, fire. What's he really weak to? These first enemies, it's hard to even tell. Some of them don't even have weaknesses. This guy, he doesn't have a weakness that we can handle right now. Let's go with this. Cleave? Don't be cleaving. Okay, we're good. Oh, you know what? I realized too. I think if I've captured these personas, I should have their weaknesses already, so I can probably check them. Some of them I haven't captured in this, but you know, we'll see. Let me actually go into the menu now, and skill. We're gonna use 1, 2, 3. That should be good.
It's somewhere.
Yeah, this first dungeon, it's pretty self-explanatory. Oh god, I didn't even see him. What are you doing here? Ambush? Alright, we don't need these guys. You see, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no reason to sit here and watch all these battles when I could just run through them real quick. Granted, there's also not so many puzzles that it's like I'm gonna get confused. And, I'm playing this out as I go because I really don't want to sit here and do all the battles, but at the same time, I don't want to just.
We cleaned up. See it.
I don't want to go through all that. All right, let's see here. I can see that one big room we're getting to. That's kind of. Oh, this is that part. See, he walked around the corner. That's why I was kind of surprised he was over here. All right, go over here.
Show me your true form.
Generally speaking, I mean, it's like the rule of all RPGs with on-screen encounters. I like to just get the encounters out of the way and then explore a little bit by leisure. And to each their own. Also, I don't know if I've mentioned it. An is weak to ice, Ryuji is weak to wind, and what's his name? Morgana is weak to thunder. So if you can try to avoid that, it's useful. Obviously, you can't really avoid it because you don't have any other characters usually you can swap out once you get more characters. You can't do that here. Oh god.
Now let's hurry on.
Can't do that here, so
I have something.
just take
I'll
it.
reveal your true form.
What was I gonna say about that? I forget what I was gonna say. Some characters have weird weaknesses. Like, those make sense because it's generally just like the opposite elements. Do we have somebody with a attack all those? Let's try this.
Go down.
Bangers, trick.
Just what I'd expect from you, Joker.
So usually you have some characters have like weird weaknesses where they might specialize in like a certain skill, but it's not like they use fire, they're weak to ice.
Man, that was easy.
Not necessarily a 1-to-1 correlation. I don't want to go in there just yet. I want to explore this place.
Show me your true form.
I can't remember if there's anything. I tell you, when you go back to play this game, the first dungeons are always the hardest, just because you don't remember anything about them, because it's just first dungeon.
Victory.
Come on now. Okay, let's see here.
Shadow defeated.
Oh, he's just in here,
That
but
was easy, huh?
there's nothing. I won't even fight you. Go up this way. There's a volleyball here. I'll take him. And go in here.
Oh, a treasure chest!
Treasure. Snuff soul? Alrighty. Can't go that way. Oh my
Guess we
god.
gotta find another way.
I went the wrong way. Here we go. We gotta go this way. Oh, there we go. I was like, yeah, the lighting in this palace is kind of weird. So if I miss out on things, it's probably because I can't see them properly. Oh, okay. So what you saw there was the shadow saw me and they started looking after me. When that happens, the palace's security level increases. I think increase to 15 there, 15%. And sometimes if they're on the same screen, like the enemy, you'll actually beat the first set, and then the second set will pop in, and you'll have to fight them consecutively.
Well, that's that.
So
Now let's hurry on.
good to keep that in mind. Alright, wait, which way do we want to go? I can't go over here, can I? There's nothing over here. Alright, cool. That's just the railing.
It's somewhere.
Is there anything in the corner? Yes, there is. Usually most rooms have something, and these are just good for, you know, stacking up some money. 30%, that's fine, not a big deal. You get kicked out when you get to, I think, 99% or full percent, whatever it is, so you don't want that to happen, but other thing is, I'm not too sure what the names of these are based off of, like Zio, Garu, Agi, like the fence up was not Rakshasa, it was, I can't remember what it was, sorry with an R, it was just on screen. But I'm not sure if those are just made up names or if there's like part of a mythos to them.
Let's move on. Somewhere.
Okay, I'm guessing, yeah, you can't go through here, so.
Come on,
locked.
man.
Climb up here. Hop across. Actually, is there something? No, nothing down there. Hop across, and you can go into first person mode once again. These are kind of cool because you can go through passageways, and like this, you can ambush enemies.
Nice. Okay, let's go.
Show me your true
From
form.
above, so it's not like you're just going face them straight up. Anybody new? Nobody new. We had you already, so. Other thing to note, you're. Oh, what? Oh, okay, this is a story. What do you got for me? Begging for life. When the enemies die, situation may bargain. Timid shadow. Okay. Timid, irritable. Oh, I thought they were inexplainable. Anyway, limit your power. Oh, already happy. Cool. Yeah, so they have certain. I mentioned this before. There's every shadow has a personality type, and the answers and how they react in battles and whatnot kind of are based on those personality types. Not so much the combat aspect, but the negotiation side of it. So keep that in mind if you're trying to catch a certain persona.
Wow.
Oh my bad. Yeah. So goal is to create those situations, try to make them as
I have something.
happen as frequently as possible. Let's go through here. The only way we can go, I guess. Can't go that. Oh wait, can we open this? Yeah, there we go. So these just create shortcuts, which is kind of a bummer. It's not like that was that big of a shortcut. I mean, it's not like we just left a save room. We'd be starting from over there. So I don't really know why they put that shortcut through. It's like, obviously for story purposes, you have to go around and fight that guy, get that treasure, but otherwise it's just kind of pointless. We should be coming up to another save room. I'll probably end off there. Yeah, here we go. Alright, 24 minutes. Yeah, these parts are getting a lot shorter. I don't know when the next save room is, so I don't want to keep going too far. But that's going to be it for this episode. We're going to continue on with Kamoshida's dungeon, probably finish it off, hopefully finish it off next time. And we'll see what's in store for our protagonist. But let's actually save it here because I had to save earlier in this episode. Once again, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Actually, no, we'll just save it here. Why not? Have a good day.